Wizards just released the Sultai Precon deck list today, so I'm talking about my top 3 new cards introduced in the deck. Honorable mention goes to Diviner of Mist. Getting to recast stuff in your graveyard is really cool. It's something Dragon decks haven't really had that much access to, but being mana value 4 or less really limits what you have available. If you could, let's say, pay alternative costs, like overload a Cycrates from the graveyard, this would be kind of insane, but we can't quite do that, so unfortunately, he makes the honorable mentions. Coming in at number 3 is this big goober Colossal Grave Reaver. I love his effect, I love how he can combo with Mesmeric Orb so you get every single creature you mill, but unfortunately, champ, that 8 mana cost is just too much. Yeah, it's Golgari, you can revive it through a billion different ways, but in a vacuum on his own, to me, he just barely makes the cut. Coming in potentially at a big shock at number 2, Steward of the Harvest. But why number 2? Because she can do a lot for creature-based decks. Exile a basic, now they're mana dorks. Exile a fetch land, now they're Sakura Tribe Elder. Exile Gaia's Cradle, now they are massive mana dorks. Exile Ghost Quarter or Strip Mine, now you have a recipe for a WMD. But to me, I kind of feel like that's where that begins and ends with Steward of the Harvest. They don't become copies of lands, they just get the activated abilities. And only a few lands really have killer activated abilities that you can utilize. Otherwise, you'd rather just have them in play rather than in your graveyard. I can't deny though, this is a really hard choice, but I'm sorry, Steward, I gotta put you at number 2. And in a contentious number 1, potentially, we have Floral Evoker. I'm real, I could care so less about the landfall trigger. I'm putting number 1 for that activated ability. Pay a green, discard a creature, get any land from your graveyard back to the battlefield tapped. He sets to the graveyard, recovers lands, and if you really need to, you can landfall trigger on someone else's turn. Which, outside of exactly cracking a fetch during someone else's turn, I don't think we've really had the ability to do landfall on someone else's turn almost ever. Like I said, very close cut between the two, but I gotta give it to Floral Evoker. But let me know what you think about the new Sultai cards. Do you like them? Are you putting them into a deck? Let me know. Subscribe on YouTube, follow me on TikTok, and I'll see you guys next time.